Hello, and welcome to Assassin's Creed, the first game. Now, I know that it's been years since this game came out, and we're so far into the Assassin's Creed series in terms of games, and there's now even a movie, and some would say that's these new games and new movies are for better, for worse, but, after seeing the movie, it kind of inspired me to go back and play all the Assassin's Creeds from start to finish. And now I have this AverMedia 2, great device. I use it to record gameplay now. I felt inspired to go back and record walkthroughs of each and every game from start to finish. So, of course, I'm going to start with Assassin's Creed 1. And this is kind of personal to me because I love Assassin's Creed. So, me doing this little marathon, so to speak, brings a lot of nostalgic memories for me. I love these games. I've played them multiple times. I have a lot of favorites. I have a lot of favorites, and I have some games I'm not too fond of, but I've always loved every Assassin's Creed based on what its story, how it plays, the open world, the style of the gameplay, how you literally feel like an assassin at times based on how you play, of course. And I guess most of all, the story of Assassin's Creed is what drew me in the most. So this is a big thing for me. And I know that walkthroughs for these older games are not going to be very popular right now, but I just like to make videos and stuff like that, so I figured, why not? Now, gotta explain myself a bit. If this won't be that big of a deal in this first game, but in the later games, I tend to challenge myself in a way, since I've played these games so many times that I've got 100% in almost every single game, with the exception of a couple of them, like I think Liberation, to be specific. I've got 100%, so I've challenged myself to play a certain way, which is kind of like I use an outfit system, where I look at what outfits you can get in the game, and then I plan on using certain outfits for only certain type of missions, or certain type of moments, or certain type of sequences or missions in the game, like I said before. So I'm going to be doing that throughout playing each and every one of these Assassin's Creeds. Now, if you think that's stupid, I understand why, but I've played these games so many times, it's just an extra challenge, and I've created these outfit systems. I've written down which and when to get them, so I'll be doing certain missions at certain times and be wearing certain outfits for certain reasons. Maybe they connect to the mission itself or to the time period or something like that. It's just something extra for me to do to challenge myself, and it's fun for me, and it's the way I play. Now, the way I'll be making these videos is I'm gonna make them in sections based on the sequences of the game, like the chapters, or maybe the certain time, I'm playing certain missions, or just doing all the extra stuff and getting them out of the way, and I'll be making videos based on that, kind of like chapter 1, chapter 2, and that's how the parts will be divvied up. Some of them are going to be really long videos, some of them might be shorter videos, and when it comes to collectibles, I'll probably just do a lot of editing and cuts to each and every collectible, just to get that out of the way, and I might even leave that part out above all, because I am a completionist and I'm going to do everything. And since I'm going to be spending my time pretty much on this, I got no obligations to fill another video wise, because I really got no obligations to fill. I'm going to enjoy my time and play this game to the fullest, and then the second one, and then Brotherhood and Revelations, and so on. Now, if there's anyone wondering what future games I'm going to play, like I said before, I'm going to do all the Assassin's Creed games, and that includes 1, 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, and then I'm going to do 3, and I'm going to do the DLC of 3, and then I'm going to do AC Liberation, because that came out on HD for the consoles, the older ones, of course, and then I'm going to next do Black Flag, its DLC, then I'll do Rogue and Unity kind of at the same time, since they came out at the same time, then I'll follow that up with the AC Chronicles, and that's China, India, and Russia, since they started coming out for consoles at the time. Even though they didn't all come out at the same time, I figured just do them all at the same time. Not a big deal, you know what I mean. and then I'll end it all with Syndicate. Now, if I don't finish this marathon thing I'm doing before the new game, Assassin's Creed Empire, I believe it's called, comes out, or whatever next game comes out, then I will just put a pause on this marathon, probably play the next game, and then once I'm done with that game, like a dry run through it, not really doing any challenges myself, but just playing through it and seeing how I like it, I'll come back to this marathon and continue where I left off. Now, enough explaining that, let's dive right into it. Now, as you can see that I already have a save on here at the last memory block 7, but I'm going to go right up here to a new game because we're going to start from scratch. Alright, let's go. The save game already exists. Do you want to overwrite it? Yes, I do. Now this game starts off without giving much at the beginning, so it may seem a bit confusing. But don't worry, it'll explain itself.
I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also was a chasing after wind. For in much wisdom is much
All these
grief,
women are on me.
and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
We've got a problem. I can't anchor him to the memory. Too much psychological trauma. He's rejecting the treatment, retreating.
Desmond, I need you to try and relax.
Let me try and stabilize him.
Focus. Listen to the sound of my voice. Recognize that what you're seeing isn't real. Just a picture of the past. It can't hurt you.
Damn it, it's not working.
Give it a moment, Miss Stillman. He'll adjust. The first time is never easy.
We're losing him.
That's enough, Miss Stillman.
We need to pull him out. Now.
All right, Desmond. We're going to try and bring you out now.
Man, that first part always messes with my eyes.
You okay?
I told you he'd be fine.
You bastards!
Now, I just saved your life.
Saved my life? You kidnapped me. You strapped me into that thing.
Animus. It's an animus.
I don't even know you people. Why are you doing this to me?
You have information we need, Mr. Miles.
Information? I'm a bartender, for Christ's sakes. What do you want me to do? Teach you how to mix a martini?
We know who you are, what you are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play coy with me. There isn't time. You're an assassin. And whether you realize it or not, you've got something that my employers want. Locked away in that head of yours.
But I'm not an assassin. Not anymore.
Yes, your file indicated as much. Something about an escape. Most fortunate for us.
What do you want from me?
For you to do as you're told. The Animus will allow us to locate what we need. Once we have it, you'll be free to go.
I am not going back in there.
Then we'll induce a coma and continue our work. When we're done, you'll be left to die. Truth be told, the only reason you're still conscious is because this approach saves us time.
You're insane.
So what is it, Mr. Miles? Live or die? Lie down.
Press any button to interact? Well, I guess you should lie down, live or die. I want to live.
A wise decision.
I know all those camera angles might have been confusing, but I was trying to keep to where who was talking, his face would be seen. I did my best.
Where am I?
You're inside the Animus.
Which is...
It's a projector that renders genetic memories in 3 dimensions.
genetic memory.
Seems you'll need a bit of a tutorial. Very well. We'll start simple. What is a memory, Mr. Miles?
It's the recollection of a past event.
Specific to the individual remembering the event.
Yeah, sure.
What if I told you that the human body not only housed an individual's memory, but the memories of his ancestors as well? Genetic memory, if you will. Migration, hibernation, reproduction. How do animals know when and where to go? What to do?
That's just animal instinct.
Now you're arguing semantics, Mr. Miles. Whatever you call it, the fact remains. These creatures hold knowledge absent the requisite first-hand experience. I've spent the past 30 years trying to understand why. I discovered something most fascinating. Our DNA functions as an archive. It contains not only genetic instructions passed down from previous generations, but memories as well. The memories of our ancestors.
And the Animus lets you decode and read these DNA files.
Precisely.
But there's a problem. This is the specific memory we're trying to access. Unfortunately, when we try and open the memory, your mind withdraws. You lack the confidence to step into your ancestor's body. That's what happened earlier. You got knocked out of the target memory and pushed back to a more stable state.
Why?
It's your subconscious. It's resisting. We've found similar reactions among patients who undergo hypnosis to relive traumatic events. They can't jump directly into the specific memory. They need to be eased in. Even then, there can be problems.
So how do we fix it?
We find a memory you can synchronize with, and we move forward from there. You'll get used to it. This is the closest we can get, so it's where we'll have to start. I'm uploading the tutorial program now.
Dude, I don't know, but that idea just seems cool. Reliving the memory of your ancestors, and they make it almost sound like believable.
Warning. Data stream unstable. Attempting to restore synchronization. Hello, Subject 17. This tutorial has been prepared in order to better acclimate you to the Animus's control system. Instructions will follow shortly. The synchronization bar represents how in sync you are with your ancestors' memories. If you ever fall completely out of sync, the Animus will restore you to your last synchronized position. You are currently dangerously close to desynchronization. Please follow all forthcoming instructions in order to restore system stability. The Animus utilizes a puppeteering concept to control the actions of your ancestor. I'm loading subroutines to validate your body's adaptation to the Animus. We will begin by exploring the default actions of each input. While standing still, use the head button to observe your environment. Good. Now use your empty hand to walk through these jar carriers without causing them to drop what they're holding. Proceed to the marker to continue the synchronization process.
I know this part's gonna seem a little bit boring, but that's pretty much every tutorial. I used to be so bad at this first one because I got so good at the second one.
Well done.
As soon as I start playing the first one, it just comes to me now.
The Animus differentiates between two fundamental actions: low profile and high profile. Low profile actions are socially acceptable. High profile actions are more action-oriented. Hold the high profile button to see how your heads-up display changes the context of the puppeteering inputs.
As you can see in the corner, we have our low profile. And as soon as I press RT, it switches all those.
Excellent. We will continue your synchronization process by testing some high-profile actions. Grab and throw this individual onto the marker by using the empty hand button in high profile.
Alright.
Good. Using your legs button in high profile will allow you to sprint. Sprinting is useful to escape from soldiers or to get closer to a fleeing target. However, be careful not to bump into anyone, for you can lose your balance and tumble to the ground.
Oh, that is so
While
annoying at
sprinting,
times.
reach the marker before this man does. Well done. The Animus will also provide other important information. The social status icon gives you information on your social status. The different states will be explained in context soon. This icon appears when a soldier is looking at you. The yellow color means the soldier is either unaware or suspicious of who you are. To illustrate the change in awareness level, you will stealth assassinate this soldier. First, lock onto your target. Now, select your hidden blade. With your blade selected, walk up to the soldier and assassinate him by using your armed hand button.
Who did this?
The dead body has alerted the soldier and changed his awareness to informed, as represented by the red witness indicator. Aggressive actions or socially unacceptable behavior undertaken at this time will likely provoke an armed response. Provoke this soldier. Notice how the social status icon has changed to exposed. Use the latter and try to break the line of sight.
You know, I never knew how helpful this tutorial was until I played the game the third time.
Excellent. The line of sight has been broken. Now run into the roof garden to hide from the soldier. Good. Your social status indicates that you are hidden, but the soldier is still looking for you. Wait until your social status changes again.
To hell with this. I've better things to do.
Then finding a murderer? Okay.
Well done. The soldier has lost your track. You are now anonymous, and you can exit the hide spot.
Well, excuse me, I meant assassin, not murderer. They have
Excellent.
ability after all. Or dignity, I should say.
Being anonymous will fill your synchronization bar and make your job as an assassin easier. There are different places which you can use to hide. However, you must always break the line of sight first, and then use a hide spot to vanish. Let us continue with a demonstration of Blend. Blend can be activated with the passive use of your legs. You can mimic a scholar and pass near soldiers without arousing suspicion. Use this to reach the marker behind the soldiers.
Even though it's a pain at how slow this goes, it's really useful at times. It's actually, like, it's just really useful at times. I mean, watch, I'm just walking right past these guys.
Good.
They don't see all the weapons on me. It's ridiculous. Remember, that was a meme for the longest
Now that you
time.
are fully synced, a new ability is available to you. Referred to as Eagle Vision, this sixth sense helped your ancestor understand the intentions of people around him. Well done. Remember, Eagle Vision will only be available once you are fully synced. Please note that following the Assassin's Creed, your ancestors' way of life will assist you with staying in sync. The Creed consists of 3 tenets. First, never hurt an innocent person. Second, always be discreet. Third, do not compromise the clan. Should you lose sync,
Brotherhood.
you can restore synchronization by reliving key moments of your ancestor's life, or by respecting the creed. You have successfully completed the tutorial. The most stable memory block will now be loaded.